President Trump will end the radical left's reign of terror in Portland once and for all. The president has directed Secretary Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic terrorists.
Ever since January the 6th of 2020, the Republican Party, constituents, and leadership have been working hard to try to prove that what they did was okay. But rather than saying what we did was okay, they're trying to blend in with protesters. Now, January the 6th of 2020 is when the Republican Party, the Republican leadership, the Republican constituents committed treason against the United States of America and the Constitution. They did an insurrection against the United States government and the United States Constitution. Guilty. So, over here we have a bunch of protesters. They're yelling, they're screaming, they're mad. They're in the faces of law enforcement saying, this is unacceptable. They're in the face of ICE. They're in the face of etc. Protesters, treason, insurrection. On this side, we have protesters that have gone too far by destroying a glass, by breaking property, by destroying cars. I agree with that. That's wrong. This property damage, insurrection. Property damage, treason. It's not complicated. You know that U.S. history and world history will always record you as members of the Republican leadership and the Republican Party, Republican constituents that stormed the United States Capitol, committed treason and insurrection. Because all the videos show violence from the Republican Party. The harming of police officers, law enforcement, at least one officer killed. The Republican Party broke into the United States Capitol and named specific people that they were looking for. The Republican Party had gallows outside. The Republican Party. So no, you don't get to blend in and say there's violence from these protesters. There's protesters. And then to try to name cities. California, New Jersey, Oregon, and other areas. Wait a minute, but we can look at live video and there's protesting. Protesting includes yelling. Protesting includes being pissed off and mad. Protesting includes a sign. But even if they spit at a cop, and I'm not approving of that, treason, you murdered people. Treason, you broke down those doors. Treason, you had the gallows. Treason on all of the Republican Party. Now, if you're not a member of that as far as doing those things, this is not for you. If you did not approve of it, this is not for you. But for those of you that have your podcasts, for those of you that are in 3 or 5 of you in the morning or evening news, for those of you that have your own show, for those of you that are getting on lives and you're just pushing that it was okay, that there was no violence. History has recorded it from CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and international news stations. You are guilty of treason and you are guilty of an insurrection against the United States government and the U.S. Constitution. Guilty.